Excuse me, oh my God! Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus, you gave me a fright.
Well, I came up the stairs and the place was in darkness.
We've been closed 2 hours.
Yeah, what is it up here now?
What do you mean, what is it?
Well, I used to come here before and it was different.
Well, I wouldn't know about that. Now it's a club and we're closed.
Well, I'm sorry if I gave you a fright. You're not a real girl, are you?
No.
What sort of club is it then?
We do a drag show here.
Oh. I didn't mean no offence.
The management takes none. Now, if you wouldn't mind slamming the door as you go out.
What's keeping you here so late?
I'm waiting for a friend, if you must know.
Oh.
He was supposed to pick me up after the show and he hasn't turned up.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, he's my lover.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to shock you.
Look, I shouldn't have intruded.
Look, it's just that I'm disappointed and a bit miserable. I'm going to wait here a while if you'd like to stay and have a look around.
Thanks, Bill. I can see now it's not what I was after. Everything changes. I don't know why I took it for granted this place would be the same. It's funny, you know, you watch yourself growing older, your eyes sinking back in your head, and your ribs poking out through your skin. But the things in your imagination, you don't expect them to change, do you?
I never thought about it. You're from the bush, aren't you?
Well, how'd you guess? I come down for a couple of weeks every second year. Used to come down regular once when I was younger, with a big shear and check in my pocket. Oh, there doesn't seem to be the interest here now. Suppose that's me. Anyhow, now I just come down here for the change.
I've got some more whiskey in my dressing room if you'd like a drink.
Oh, no, thanks.
Oh, you'll be quite safe here, really.
No, it's not that. Well, yeah, I would like a drink.
Okay, I'll just get it. You will still be here when I get back, won't you?
Sure.
Okay. All of a sudden this seems so improbable. Like a scene out of a movie. You know, there's this beautiful girl alone at a nightclub early in the morning. Her lover hasn't arrived to pick her up. And she realises it's all over between them. Several times she's had the razor blade to her wrist, but just something holds her back. And then she decides she simply must hear their favourite song once more. She goes to the jukebox and as she's slipping a coin into the slot, a voice speaks to her out of the darkness. It's an old man, homespun philosopher. The sort of role they used to offer to Frank Craven. Well, she gets talking to him and he's so wise, so spiritual, she somehow gains the strength to go on. The near fatal moment has passed. He offers to escort her home and she slips away to fix her makeup. But when she returns, he's vanished. Now who was he really? Or was he there at all? Was he perhaps a guardian angel? She'll never know. It's going to worry the hell out of her for years.
Well, I don't know any Frank Craven.
It doesn't matter, just stay there till I get back, okay?
Good morning.
Morning.
The place is closed.
I know. I work here.
Oh, so you're another one of those.
I am not.
Sorry, there isn't much light in here.
Would you mind if I inquired what you're doing here?
Well, I used to come here a long time ago when it was... Well, I came in here a while ago when there was this chap, you see, and he was waiting for this other chap who hadn't turned up. So he asked me to stay and have a drink with him.
Oh, a tate, eh?
Look, I've never been here before, like I said. I used to come here before when it was, you know, like that.
You don't have to explain yourself to me, mate. It's none of my business. I just sweep the floors and keep the place clean. It's not up to me to make moral judgments.
But I don't want you to think I'm another one.
I told you. I don't think anything. They don't pay me to think. Though you certainly don't look the type to me.
Look, missus.
Ned?
Yeah, well, look. All I want to say is if you want to tidy up in here, just let us know and we'll move somewhere else.
I see nothing, hear nothing. The foyer's as far away as I can get.
Righty.
Oh, I am disappointed in you.
Yeah, well, I'd like to stay.
I mean, if you're going to disappear, you might at least go up through the ceiling.
What are you talking about?
Only nonsense. I'm feeling a lot better, you see, and I've come to a decision.
There was a lady in here.
Not somebody else.
Well, she said she worked here.
Oh, it's going to be Mabel. You don't have to worry about her.
But I think she thought I
No matter
was...
what she thinks, love. She's an old pro.
Oh, is she?
She'd still be on the game if she could get anybody interested. In fact, she might even consider giving it away free. No, not Mabel. She's too mean for that.
Well, I thought it was all right when there was just the two of us
You don't
here.
mind if I take my makeup off in here, do you? Oh, no. Pour yours as you like.
Ta. Just as long as we stay in the light where she can see us.
Don't worry. She'll make sure she sees us. Listen, you bastard, I'm still at the club waiting for you. Now listen, I don't want any interruptions until I've had my say. I'm standing here with a razor blade in my hand, and in exactly 10 minutes I'm going to cut my wrist with it. And whilst I'm waiting for the time to pass, I intend to sit down and write a letter to the coach of your football team, telling him everything. So much for your precious bloody reputation. When the letter is finished, I shall take it downstairs and post it, take one last look at the world around outside, and then come back here and finish the whole thing off. 10 minutes. You might spare me a thought if you haven't got back to sleep by then. Cheerio, it's been a fucking pleasure knowing you. I think it'll arrive in about 7 minutes, don't you?
Well, you're not going to. I mean, you didn't move.
Actually, I was considering it just before you arrived, but I think I'm far too wild. I've never heard of anyone committing suicide when they're furious.
Well, he's going to get pretty bloody cranky when he gets around here. I mean, if you haven't done it...
Certainly not going to go through with it just to make his trip over here worthwhile. Anyway, whatever happens, it's got to be settled tonight, once and for all. Can't go on like this.
Can I take it from what you said that this friend of yours is a footballer?
Oh yes, one of the big professionals.
And how long have you been going? Well, it's not a rude question.
Well, let's see. We came in to see the show about 8 weeks ago. We did 2 shows a night here, one at 11 and another at 1 o'clock. They were at the first, a whole team of them. Apparently they'd won that day and came in for a dare. And they were a rowdy lot, stamping around, sending everybody up. We were relieved when they left. But guess what? He was back again for the second show, by himself. And he waited around afterwards and we got into conversation. Then I went back to his place with him.
I suppose dressed up like a girl and all.
You were dressed up like a girl after the show. He certainly didn't expect me to behave like one. No, exactly the opposite. Well, after that we just went on seeing each other. The first month was terrific. And some nights he'd come back to my place and we'd laugh and eat and muck about. And we never made arrangements to keep it going. Well, no. That way it was like every night was going to be the laugh, and so he made the most of it. But then So about 2 weeks ago, something happened. He was driving me home and we'd stopped for a traffic light. Somebody waved to him from another car. Apparently that was all it needed. He blushed to the roots of his hair and the light changed to green without him even noticing. He'd been caught with me, you see. He hasn't been the same since. He gets later and later picking me up, and some nights he'll call and leave a message for me to take a taxi over there. Now, I'm not a fool. Usually when that sort of thing starts to happen, you can see the writing on the wall. They might as well pick up a violin and start playing God Save the Queen. This time it's not as simple as that. I know he isn't getting tired of me. It's just who he is and what people would say if they found out about us. And maybe he can't bear needing me as much as he does.
Well, a footballer, eh? Never credited it.
Like I say, it isn't all physical.
What, like
We're
mates?
friends too, yeah.
Like mates? Well, I should know a bit about that. I've had dozens of mates in my time. Been pretty close to some of them too. A couple I'd cut off my right arm for, but going beyond that, I mean, it's unthinkable.
It's a question of what you need, I suppose.
Well, I suppose when you're out on the road going from one job to the next, a mate can mean the difference between a dog's life and a king's. A mate can become another part of yourself, really. There was one particular bloke I travelled with for quite a few seasons. Parkhill was his name. Now, this sort of thing used to happen all the time. We'd be sitting by the fire where we'd camped for the night, and we'd had our tucker and we were just sitting there and drawing on our cigarettes. You know, nice and still, with the bush quiet all around you. Just the sound of the fire crackling and your lips sucking the tobacco. And then this tune would come into my head and I'd draw in my breath to start humming it, and bugger me dead if at exactly the same moment he would blow out his breath and start whistling it. That's how close you can get to another man.
But never any closer.
Not a chance in the world. So naturally you do discuss sex quite a lot, but men often do when they're alone together. Sort of compare performances. There was another mate I had, Chapman. One night we clicked with these two girls in a pub at Forbes. Well, we didn't have anywhere to go and they were sharing a room together. So that's where we all ended up. A pair of us in each bed. Well, we were young and hot-blooded and God knows they were eager enough. Before long we were banging away at it with the lights on and all. After a bit I looked over to see how Chapman was going. And there he was, just lying there with his girl, stroking and watching me do it. And he had this wistful look on his face. Wistful. I'll never forgot it. Because you know what it was? Well, he was a big fella, you see, and that's all he had. And I certainly wasn't behind the door with no hand them out. It was envy, that's what it was, just pure envy. After a while I thought about it, I felt quite sorry for him, but it would have been too insulting to say anything, of course.
I've been with girls too, you know. I was even engaged once.
Never.
And I was a lot younger and she was more keen on me than I was on her. But we used to have sex and all. That was more like gymnastics. There was no love to it.
Yeah, well, I've never had any strong feelings towards women myself. God knows I've had hundreds of them in my time. Been damn fond of some of them, and good to all of them, I hope. But I never quite understood what they were talking about when they talked about love. I just enjoyed myself going through them, one after the other. God, I was a randy young bugger. I'd be at it still if I could manage it.
Oh, you're not that old.
Well, I suppose the blood gets thinner in some than others, and God knows I've had a hard life. It takes its toll. The excitement isn't there anymore.
Do you miss it?
Well, let's just say I missed it a lot more if I felt like it and couldn't get it. That's why I came round here tonight, you see, because all of a sudden I did want it.
But why here?
Well, that's what this place used to be, you see. Used to be a brothel.
Oh, now I remember. Yes, somebody did say something once.
Oh, it was a lovely place. I mean, I don't want to run down what it is now, but honestly, it's not a patch on what it used to be like. There was a small parlour out the front with a couple of sofas and some soft red lights. That's where the madam greeted you to make the arrangements. Oh, she was a most dignified woman. I mean, some of them would hop in and cope with the customers if there was a bit of a rush. But not this madam. She was above it all, serene and ladylike. And there was generally a good class of girl here. They made you welcome. I don't suppose they felt like doing it all the time, but they encouraged you to think they did. Oh, it's very satisfactory. Of course, this was a long time ago. A whole bunch of us used to roll in here. Tomo and Carter and Carmichael. Funny buggers. But mind you, it wasn't all jokes though. Blokes can get pretty touchy when they're on a rooting binge. Oftentimes a blue would be in the air when two or more of them would want the same girl. It was obvious she just preferred one. And then there was a matter of pride. And if a fight did break out, it was a bloody violent one. Like they was battling to protect their virility or something. Funny buggers. I'm talking too much, aren't I?
Well, you go at it while you can. I don't think you'll get much of a chance once Gary gets here.
Well, it's the grog, you know. It always makes me talk.
Is that why you felt so lively tonight? Were you drinking before you came here?
Well, no. Usually I'm stone cold sober and in bed by 10:30. Certainly was tonight. What worked me up so much is I had this dream. It wasn't about sex exactly. I mean, there was no women in it. It was just myself, and I was young again and had all my strength back. By God, it was vivid. I was in a shearing shed and I was the ringer like I used to be. Oh, they'd keep pushing news at me and I'd grip them between my knees and run the shears through their lovely soft fleeces. Then away with that one and grab hold of another. It was as easy as dancing. Well, the other poor bastards would turn them inside out and not even approaching my telly. Now, though I wasn't tired, I was running with sweat and I called for some water and they brought it to me. And I poured it over my head and watched it run down my body, onto my chest, and onto my arms with the veins pulsing under my skin, and down my stomach and into my trousers. But it didn't cool me, not in your life. In fact, I got hotter and hotter until I started to glow. By God, it was good. And then I woke up.
So this place didn't come into your dream at all?
Oh, no, it was on my mind then. As I was thinking, as I came to, I was thinking about it. And what do you think?
What?
It was like that. In fact, all of me was full of that sort of energy. All my wrinkles seemed to have vanished. All the aches and pains that had been creeping up on me for years, they'd gone too. I mean, I wasn't a new man, I was the old one, fully restored. And I was so bloody delighted I got dressed as quick as I could and raced around here. Well, you would have thought that once I'd hit the fresh air I would have woken up. But I didn't. It's only when I came to the top of those stairs, it's only when I saw how this place had all changed. That's when I woke up. And I went as limp as a used Spranger.
Look, there must be other places around here you could go.
Oh no, look, it's too late now. I mean, this place was part of it, you see. We're feeling dependent on it.
What a pity.
Oh well, I should have known. You can't turn back the clock.
Oh, hello, Sylvia, love. You're still here.
Hello, Mabel. And bloody Gary stood me up.
No. He ought to be knackered. Not that it's any of my business, I suppose.
Oh, you bet don't. What's your name, by the way?
Purse.
Yeah.
Hey, Mabel's been around here a while. She might know when that place she was talking about closed down. Mabel, love, do you remember when this place used to be a house?
I certainly do, dear. As a matter of fact, I often worked here myself.
You don't say.
Really? Isn't that incredible? That's why Purse came around here tonight. He thought it might still be here.
Oh, really? Oh, yes. Unfortunately, it closed down years ago. Madam developed a growth in her breast, you know, and it killed her.
No, I didn't know.
Such a fine woman.
That's what I was telling Sylvia here, wasn't I telling you that?
You did indeed, Perce. Just think. You two could have been off together half a dozen times. You didn't even recognise each other.
Oh, look, it was a long time ago, wasn't it, Mabel?
It certainly was. And the best of times as far as I'm concerned. I really used to like being here. It was different from some of the other places you was forced into. It was somehow cosier.
I said that too, didn't I? Didn't I say that, Sylvia? Look, Mabel, you might remember us. There was generally 5 of us used to come in here. There was Carter and Tomo and Carmichael and White. And myself, of course. I looked a bit different then as how I look now, but Carter, he was a tall, fair-headed fellow with freckles. And Tomo, he was short and pudgy. And White, he was blonde too, but smaller than Carter, and he had a cast in one eye.
Yes. I think they do ring a bell.
Oh, Mabel, stop it. You don't remember one of them.
Well, I wish I did.
Well, I know you silly old bugger. I mean, all the hundreds of people coming through here, why should you remember just 5 of us? Pretty ordinary looking blokes at that.
Never mind, love. I liked you all, particularly the Bushies.
Honest?
Honest and true. You needed it so bad, you see. It was like handing a thirsty man a drink.
Well, thanks, Mabel. It's very nice of you to express it in that manner. You know, we only remembered you for about 6 months. We'd ask all the girls their names, and when we got back to the sheds, we'd compare notes.
Oh, cheeky things.
Oh, but it only lasted for a couple of weeks. We'd start inventing things to keep up with the others, and then we'd get all the names confused.
Well, I don't know whether I like the sound of that very much. Of course, we never expected you'd remember us forever. But I don't like the idea of you confusing us with one another. There was 1 or 2 girls here I wouldn't want to be confused with.
Yeah, I do remember one. A big, fat, dark-looking girl we used to avoid.
That'd be Big Black Myra.
That's her, that's her name. I think, yeah, Tomo took her on one night. I think he must have lost a bet or something. Anyway, she got him into the room and tried to talk him out of it. She said, how would you feel if it was your own sister in the position she was in? God, it cut him up. She had a point, I suppose, but it made Tomo feel pretty bloody dreadful. You know, he never came around here after that night.
Yes, she could be disgraceful to the customers. Madam had to speak severely to her on more than one occasion. I'll say this for her, though. She had a good heart and what they call nowadays a social conscience.
Yeah, well, that's all right. But a social conscience isn't what poor bloody Tomo was paying for. You bloody lying queen!
Hey, if you're going to fight, I'll call the police.
Jeez. Oh dear, oh dear.
I thought it was him stood you up.
Oh, Gary, don't cry like that.
You fucking lying queen! I nearly got a crash coming over here. I came onto the main road and sideswiped the forward. I put my foot down and got out of as fast as I can. If they took my number, I'm a goner. What are you two staring at?
Perce Whittaker's the name, mate. In fact, I was at the footy in the Savo, and I recognised you the minute you walked in. Put it there, boy, you're the best full forward I've ever seen. The boys will be tickled pink when I tell them I met up with you down here.
Jesus! What are you trying to do to me?
I can't help it if you're well known.
Well, no, look, I won't tell them I saw you here exactly. No, honest. I mean, I know how to keep my mouth shut.
Oh yeah, I bet you do. You get a few beers under your belt, it'll make the best bloody story in the
A
world.
nice bloke, Gary. He was only trying to help.
Get him out of here, will you? Get them both out of here.
Where's the,
It's through that door over there.
So,
Mabel, do you think we can find something else to do for a moment, love?
Well, I finished in the foyer. I am the only one supposed to be here, you know.
What about the dressing rooms? Haven't done those yet.
Well, they won't take me long. Of course, I don't want to stick my nose in where I'm not wanted. I don't enjoy the spectacle of grown men behaving like hysterical housewives.
Jesus! Why didn't you stand in the street and sell tickets before I arrived?
You were supposed to pick me up after the last show. I waited for you and I waited for you. And okay, I got a bit hysterical myself. Why didn't you pick me up, by the way?
Just decided I wouldn't.
You could have rung and left a message.
Oh, and my name.
You've done it before. You think they don't know who you are by now?
That's right, I bet you've seen to that. God, what have I been thinking of?
Me, I'd hoped.
Yeah, you kept me moving so fast I haven't had time to see where I was.
Thank you.
Look, Neil, I just can't go on with it. It's too risky. What if someone from the team found out I was coming down here? And what about those two? You think they're going to keep their mouths shut about what they've seen here tonight?
They wouldn't be here to see anything at all if you'd...
Oh, will you stop going on and bloody on about me not picking you up? Why didn't you just go home when I didn't arrive? That's what I would have done.
I couldn't believe you'd let me down. I trusted you.
Oh, sure. Bringing me up at 4 o'clock in the morning with bloody suicide threats.
Had you decided you weren't going to see me again? Ever?
I don't know. I just wanted to forget everything. I didn't want to have to worry anymore.
Well, if you made that clear to me, I wouldn't have bothered you. If that's what you want, then what...
It has to be.
Okay. Let's forget it then.
Oh, sure. What am I supposed to do about what's already happened? How am I going to keep that quiet?
Don't ask me. Get married quickly. People will think twice before they say anything then.
Oh, yes. That'd be one way out of it.
Have you anybody in mind?
Oh, there's a couple of girls I'm interested in.
Good luck to you then. Send me a piece of the wedding cake. There are no girls, are there?
None that I want. I stay out of their way as much as I can, but it doesn't stop them following me up. Then I have to think of all these ridiculous excuses to piss them off. Other women waiting at home, religious convictions. I even told a couple of them I had gonorrhea. How can I just say I'm not interested? I'd start to figure it out for themselves if I did.
No, you can't go on like that.
It's you I want. There's no way in the world I can have you.
If you wanted me enough, you'd find a way.
Oh, what way? Don't be bloody stupid. Have you any idea what's expected of me? I can't go anywhere without being recognised. Little kids shake my hand proudly. I get letters from their mothers saying they hope they'll grow up to be just like me. People ask my opinion about this and that, and I'm expected to come up with the answers they want to hear every time. I'm good at playing football. That's all. Didn't ask for the rest of it. It's been forced on me, but there's no way I can walk away from it.
It isn't going to go on forever, is it? Eventually you won't have to worry about walking away. They'll lose interest in you. Is that when you plan to start being yourself? When nobody gives a damn who you are? Well, I'm not hanging around until then.
If it was possible to keep it quiet, if you worked any place but here.
No, you'd find it easier to deceive people. You wouldn't be any more content with what you are yourself.
What am I? What do you think I am?
I think you're a fool for not taking what you want when it's offered to you.
Oh, don't give me any of that shit. How would it affect you if people found out about us? You get a bit more publicity for your act, that's all. Talking about deceiving people, what do you think you're doing every night, mincing around that stage dressed as a woman?
They know I'm not a woman, and by Christ, so do you! You're gonna deceive even yourself by making me dress up as a girl to fuck you! Get me down! You responsible bastard! I cut my tongue out before I'd whisper that to anyone. And you sewed it up with a cleaning lady and some bar floater here. I'm sorry. It's what you said about me dressing up. I'm a man too, you know. It's important to me as it is to you. When you're embarrassed at being seen with me, when you're terrified somebody's going to find out that we even know each other, then you take that away from me and it hurts. But I'm sorry for what I said. Forgive me? Please?
No.
You're looking for an excuse to walk out on me, aren't you?
If I was, you've certainly given it.
Now what am I expected to do after you've gone? Come on, you're generous enough with everybody else. Give me the answer I want to hear.
I figure you'll get over it.
Oh yes, of course I will. I always do. And I'm always just a little bit less human afterwards. But you know something? I've had getting over it. This time I want someone to stay. I want you to stay.
See, that Mabel's a cheeky old piece. She's got a better memory than I give her credit for. She just pinched me on the bum as I walked past her.
Congratulations, Percy. That's a better offer than I've had all evening.
Look, I'm sorry about when I came in. I was a bit upset, but I shouldn't have taken it out on you.
Oh, that's all right, mate. I said to Sylvia, I said you'd be cranky when you got around here.
Yeah, well, I was.
Look, and you don't have to worry about me doing any gossiping. I mean, I do know how to keep a secret. As a matter of fact, I've got confidences in here that were put there by people when I was a kid. A lot of them are dead and buried now, and it wouldn't matter who I told. But I never will, because a secret is a secret.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Would you mind if I just give you a little bit of advice? I was thinking out back there, sitting on the lab, waiting for the time to pass. Look, you don't want to feel too badly about what's happened between you and him. I mean, even out of girls' clothes, I could imagine he'd be attractive to a lot of fairly fair-dinkum blokes. And you know, you don't want to feel ashamed of what you really want. It's no use. You want it, and that's all there is about it. I went for a Sheila covered in tattoos once. I saw her in a sideshow and I simply had to have her. Well, you wouldn't believe it. She had the wreck of the Hesperus on one tit and Grace Darling running out the favourite crew on the other. And when I got her bloomers off, but there was Nelson saying, "Kiss me hardy" all over a twat. I think she must have loved the Navy. Some people would find that repulsive, but I didn't. And that's what I want to tell you. Providing you don't hurt other people, and you take what you want out of life. In the long run, it's the only thing that'll make you happy.
Perth, could you give us a bit of a hand here?
But what's happened?
Oh, the silly little bugger scratched at his wrist with a razor blade.
All right.
Yes, I know, it's right here. He hasn't done much damage. I think the bleeding's almost stopped.
Oh!
You can forget about that one in a crisis.
Go and see if he's all right.
Don't you worry about him, dear. You think about yourself. The next time you try that, you might succeed.
No, I don't want to try it again. I didn't realise it would hurt so much.
It's a coward's way out, Sylvia.
Yes, please.
You listen to what he's saying, dear, because he's right. My God. If I'd done myself in the number of times I felt like I would have been a cat with 9 lives. And 6 months afterwards, do you think I had any idea what made me want to do it? Oh, sometimes it might have been a broken love affair. Sometimes simply a hard trot. Who knows? And from where I'm standing, I certainly don't care. You take my advice, Sylvia love. You plan to die in bed, with someone beside you if possible.
Even as I was doing it, I was thinking I didn't want to die. And the answer to everything just seemed so simple. All I have to do is change myself so that Gary won't be ashamed of me. And I will. I'll get out of this place for a start. I'll find a job somewhere else, something steady. And I'll go to those bloody awful football games too. I'll sit in the stands and I'll cheer my head off even though I won't have the slightest idea of what I'm cheering about. All that matters is how I feel about it. Where is he?
You bloody stupid fool.
I know. Are you all right?
Get rid of that handkerchief. Did you put this on his cut for him?
There you are, Susie.
Right. Come on, I'll take you round to the hospital.
Gary, I don't want to go to the hospital. It's only a scratch.
You're going to need an anti-tetanus injection, aren't you?
Well,
where did you get the razor blade from? I suppose one of those other queens have been using it to shave a crutch with.
No, it was new. I got it out of the antiseptic wrapper not a second before I used it.
Don't argue with me, just come on.
Oh, all right. Mabel, love, would you mind putting the cold cream and stuff back in the dressing room for me?
I'll fix it.
Oh, Jesus. How can I take you to hospital to get treatment for a suicide attempt? They'll recognise me straight away.
Oh, very well then, don't take me. I think I'd rather have the tetanus anyway.
Look, all I'm asking you to do is to walk into casualty on your own, and I'll wait round the corner in the car.
Fine. I'll go into the wardrobe and get you a big black hat with a veil.
Don't start again, boy. Christ, don't you start again.
I'm sorry. All right, you wait around the corner in the car.
Look, if you're not feeling well enough to walk in...
I do. And listen, I'll tell them a broken glass did it. I mean, it doesn't look like a suicide attempt. Why don't you just go home and I'll get a taxi over there?
No, I'll wait round the corner.
Whatever you say. I mean it. Whatever you say. Goodbye, Percy. It's been a real pleasure meeting you. Why don't you come and see the show before you go back?
I might. Yes, I might.
Be careful, Sylvia, love. I don't want to intrude, but be careful. Of course, it's not up to me to comment, but I'll be surprised if they get to the car without him trying to strangle her again.
Yeah, well, now that they're gone, I suppose I better start moving along myself.
But you don't have to rush off, do you, Perth?
Well, I suppose I could stay and finish the bottle, but will you have one with me, Mabel?
No, I don't drink. I never have. But I've lost so much time already, I could sit with you for a while. I'll call it a tea break. Listen, I've got a really good idea. Why don't you wait for a while I finish up here? I can whiz through in a jiffy if I really try. And then you could come back to my place for breakfast.
Well, that'd really round off the evening, wouldn't it? But no thanks, Mabel. I'm afraid I'd only disappoint you.
Let me be the judge of that. Unless, of course, you think I'm not pretty enough anymore.
Oh no, I think you're a little beauty. It's not that. The sad fact is I can't manage it anymore.
But I thought Sylvia said you were looking for company when you come around here earlier. What were you looking for?
Something I saw again in a dream and I thought was here. It was only a dream.
You know, you're just as hard to work out as they are. But it's never been easy for me to understand men. I've spent the greater part of my life with them in the most intimate of circumstances. They're still a mystery to me. But I suppose it's none of my business anyway.